Hello everyone, May here. I thought about making this video an impromptu episode of Horror Watch, but this is a matter that is too serious for me to pretend to have a cheery mood. As many of you may already know, there are certain groups and policies being put into place that are censoring the types of games we, as consumers, can buy and enjoy. Groups like Collective Shout, along with the biggest payment providers like Visa and MasterCard, are actively telling us what we can and cannot buy. Some of you may have been led to believe that this will only impact games like the very problematic and controversial game called No Mercy, but the rest saw what was coming. This kind of censorship is not a slippery slope. It is a free fall into a pit that the hard work of indie devs is being thrown into. It was never going to stop at graphic sexual content. Now, there is a rumor that's going around that mouthwashing was de-indexed on itch.io, but apparently that is false. itch.io said on Twitter that it hasn't even been indexed since October 2024 for a reason unrelated to censorship. And unless Wrong Organ or Critical Reflex says something that contradicts itch.io's statement, this is the case. But I am quite sure that in the great purge of the biggest platform for indie devs, horror games are among the many victims. However, we now have solid evidence that the censorship of horror games is happening, and that is because the game called Vile Exumed has officially been banned and removed from Steam. It's a detective-type horror game where you explore a computer to try to figure out what happened to an actress called Candy Corpse. You do this by browsing through files, websites, emails, etc., to fully understand the dark story that this game tries to tell. The developer of this game released a statement about the situation, which I will now read to you. I am extremely disappointed to let you all know that Vile Exumed has been fully removed and banned for sale on Steam. DreadXP and I are working actively to make sure that we can make the game available to you ASAP. Next week, you can expect to hear specific details. I want to be clear, Vile Exumed was not banned for its use of gore in storytelling or the violent themes. It was banned for sexual content with depictions of real people, which, if you have played it, you know is all implied, making this feel even worse. I refuse to censor or make changes to the game. I will not retell a story about these topics in a way to make people who don't understand it more comfortable. For updates and to know how to play Vile Exumed, follow me and DreadXP on Twitter or join the DreadXP Discord. At DirtLord77, Final Girl Games, Kara Cadaver. Thank you all for your support. And I am deeply sorry to anyone else being affected by those working to actively censor art. Oh, by the way, the pictures of real people in this game are of the developer herself. She put a piece of herself in this work of art, and now she is being punished for it. This turn of events is incredibly disappointing to me as a lover of indie horror, especially because I had planned to play this game when I was able to get around to it. And I am so glad that a plan is being put together to help people experience the game if they want to. But I am afraid that the censorship of horror games does not end here. You want to know the worst part about all this? Right now, it's only impacting indie devs. The solo devs or small teams who likely can't afford a lawyer or are struggling to pay bills each and every month. We can't just sit by and watch as the results of their passions are stripped away. And if you're watching this video and have been personally affected by this, feel free to share your story in the comments. You have people here who will listen and who will care. And to those who want to keep horror one of the most expressive genres in video game history, do your part. Reach out to your representatives, inform yourself of what's happening, or even just show your support to devs like Final Girl Games. Hell, even watch the videos people have made about games like Vile. If you are part of the mature audience, of course. Anything helps, because if we do nothing, it will only get worse from here. It will not stop. As I said, I couldn't bring myself to be cheery or in a fun mood for this video, because I am angry, and I am worried, and I think you should be too. That's all I have. Take care of yourselves.